Yeah, certainly. That's the way the game's played. It's a physical game, and um, you don't you don't play the game tagging people off. You got to see people take guys on the ground. You got to see who's not afraid to go get the ball, who's going to lower their shoulder and run, get the tough yards, all those type of things. So I love those kind of days when we're out there just playing, because that's what they do on Saturdays.
Coach, what have you seen from your two quarterbacks, who are competing for the job right now?
I do think they're improving. I think I like both of them. They're working really hard. They're competing. They're locked in, dialed in. At times it can be overwhelming. Seeing a lot of different things for those guys, but that's okay. And that's part of what spring ball is. It's throw everything at them as much as you can as you install. See what they can handle and can't handle. The harder we make it for them right now, the easier it's going to be for them in a game, and that's part of the process. So to think they're going to go out there and complete 90% of their balls and go 22 or 24 with 6 touchdowns, that's not realistic. So we're trying to make it very, very difficult, very hard for them mentally, physically, emotionally. We keep installing, keep challenging those guys, so they have to rack their brain and be pros and study the game away from football and be able to come back and then take it to the field.
Coach Herman said he felt like Shane was just a little bit ahead at this moment. Would you concur with that?
Yes.
Can you tell, are there certain areas that you can tell that Shane has played a year of collegiate football where Sam's kind of behind?
I think he sees things faster. I think defensively there's a lot of movement, a lot of things that are happening. So he's able to adapt quicker. He's able to see it. He understands and knows where the hole might be, where he needs to go with the ball faster than Sam does.
How close is Shane being to the type of player who can step up in the middle of the locker room and say, hey, this is my team?
He's growing in that area, certainly. Obviously, last year as a true freshman, had some seniors, older players. They kind of took that charge, and Shane, that wasn't his role. That wasn't, I think, expected of him. I expect that of him. I do. I think Coach Herman expects that of him. I think he's learning. He's growing into that. Again, sometimes it's very hard to lead when you're overwhelmed.
Right.
There's been days that, the information I've given him is like shoving a hose down his throat, so hard to lead when you can't speak, But he's doing really good. I think he'll be able to do that for us.
You guys don't have a lot of depth in that room. Is Gerard playing so well at receiver that you don't want to really give him a look because he's looking so good at that other position?
Again, I think Shane and Sam need all the reps right now.
Tim, when you guys have talked about how Sam has that real, Tom and you have talked about how Sam has that real alpha personality. As you've gotten to know Shane and through 10 practices with Shane, what kind of personality have you kind of figured him out for, and do guys kind of gravitate around him, or what have you kind of picked up?
I think the players do gravitate around him. I think he is a competitor. He's a very cool customer. That's one of the things I've learned. He doesn't always show his emotion on his sleeve. He's hard on himself, and he's a professional. He wants to be really good and the best he can be. He just doesn't wear it on his sleeve and jump up and down and those type of things. And I'm trying to let him know it's okay to play with passion and emotion and allow that to show. And I think he's learning it, because the harder you work, the more you put into it, the harder it is to let go of it. And so when things don't go well, or when they go well, there's a little bit added spark to it, because I worked hard for that. It's a good thing. Let's enjoy that. Or we worked really hard. We should have been better than that. So I'm starting to. That's part of that other question you asked, where I see that developing in them slowly.
What do you know about your running backs? It's been kind of a triage.
Yeah, they've been beat up, so it's really kind of hard to tell. I know KP's done a tremendous job right now. I'm really impressed with him, and he's been one of the I don't want to say surprise, because I know he's a good player, but he's been one that's kind of stood out in my eyes so far this spring.
Tim, Thomas said you guys want to pick a quarterback in August. What do you have to see in the summer? What do you hope to see from these guys, your quarterbacks in the summer, in terms of leadership and just kind of helping run this team?
Yeah, again, being professionals. They got to work hard. They got to perfect their craft. They got to understand the offense better, quicker, processing information and all those type of things. All of it, it's just a big circle, the more they understand it, the faster they process. The faster they process, the faster they play. The faster they play, the more confidence they have. The more confidence they have, the more success they have, and it's just a big circle. So, and right now they're in the circle, but it's like a whirlwind. They're just going and going. I don't know what ends up right now.
Who's your best playmaker out wide?
There's been different guys at different times have made plays. Colin's made plays. LJ's made plays. Armani's made plays. Reggie's made plays. Dorian. You saw Gerard. I mean, all those guys at times. KP. You see Beck making plays. So I like all of those guys in that group. Got to continue to develop the depth, and we just got to continue to be consistent. We're not consistent enough right now to finish drives off.
In your mind, do you want like 4 clear-cut guys, 5? I mean,
I've never
a pecking order.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Okay.
But play the guys. Just play the guys that go hard, make plays. If it's 2, it's 2. If it's 10, it's 10. You know, that's whoever that is. We don't get into too much how many guys are playing and not playing.
Tim, the fact that some of these guys are on, maybe someone on the 3rd system in 3 years, have you noticed during the install process, has that made a difference? Has it helped? Has it hurt?
I don't know that it's any of that. I don't know if it's hurt, helped, or whatever. You do see sometimes resort back to things based on habit. I see the quarterback, maybe the way they carry out a fake or something. I'm like, why'd you do that? Yeah, sorry, coach. Habit. They say habit. It's because that's what they have done maybe over the last couple of years or something, and we're doing it a little bit different. So, but other than that, not really.
What's your biggest concern right now, Tim?
Consistency right now, just not being consistent enough. Continually, I think we're developing. I think we're growing. Last couple practices has been better energy, better focus, better opportunities to make plays. We gotta just stay consistent. You know, get first down, then -8, and you got to punt, or something. So in those scrimmage situations, just being more consistent.
You feel like you're close to getting a front 5 that you might be comfortable with?
We keep looking at certain guys, moving some guys around, be it center or tackles or whatever. So we're still in that process. That's one of the things I told the offense the other day. We're not playing Maryland tomorrow, so we're working really hard to get where we need to be, and we're looking at individuals and players in certain situations to see what they can do.
Along that same line, what have you seen when you're talking with Coach Wareheim? What are you looking for in the right tackle position? What have you seen from Denzel and Tristan so far?
Yeah, those 2 guys have done a good job. I think Tristan, obviously, it's an older player, understands the game, kind of gets playing it a little bit better, and he's done some good things. I think Okafor's very athletic. He's still learning. He still seems like a young guy picking up that position. I know he was playing guard for a while, and we moved him to tackle, and all of that's really hard. And again, you're going against a defense that moves and different fronts and stuff like that. You start thinking and you play hesitant. Okay.
Tim, after 10 practices, just sizing this group up, do you like the talent level you
have
on offense?
Yeah, I'm pleased. They're coachable. They want to do well. They're learning. They're learning our style, how we coach. They're learning our offense. So I'm pleased with where that group is right now. I am, and I think they keep working really hard and keep believing. I think we'll be pretty good. I do. I really believe that, and I like the talent. I think on the edge, on all the guys that we have. Again, we got to continue to develop depth there, but I like the guys that we have. I do.